Guys, it's ATrain, casting this game in the After Hours Gaming League between Team IBM and Google. Co-casting is going to be Osiris and Wraithcube. Also from Team IBM.
What's up, stream?
3-man.
And this is week 6 for Team IBM in round robin play. This is going to be against Google, who is currently #1 in the whole league. They've only lost 1 match all season. And spawning at the top of the map is going to be, from Team IBM, Groom, the blue Terran player. And his opponent at the bottom of the map, PlaydohMask from Google, the red Terran. So we will have a Terran versus Terran matchup to start things out.
Classic TBT.
PlaydohMask has actually not played a game for the After Hours Gaming League this season. He has been on the roster in previous seasons, so this will be his first game of this season, but he is currently ranked in Platinum, but as high as Diamond and the Master in former seasons. Then we got Groom for Team IBM, who has placed as high as Diamond, but is currently ranked as Platinum. So this could be a pretty even matchup to start things out. And the map is going to be Expedition Lost. Pretty big ramp at the front of your natural, but the 2 expansions, there's one to the bottom, one to the side. We'll have to see how these players play out. They play macro style or not. Neither player gaining... Oh, actually Groom gaining his gas, but PlaydohMask not gaining gas yet.
Getting the gas before the barracks here. We might see early factory play out of Groom from this.
Yep, the late gas from PlaydohMask. Probably just going to get that 1 Reaper once he can afford it. And
from the early chat logs here, it looks like both companies thought After Hours Gaming League beta keys were a good April Fool's joke.
That Marine's gonna serve as some sort of defense for that Reaper, but see how good his micro is.
Got scouts going down from both players here. We'll get a nice look. Playdoh checks that gas, so he's just gonna
and he does see the factory, yep. No, not even hiding the factory is Groom. And we don't have a Reaper yet for PlaydohMask, so he's just going to be using Marines to start out.
Yeah, he saw the factory, so maybe he just decided he doesn't need the Reaper to scout at this point with that. SCV is going to fall here shortly, or maybe it will.
Oh, and will it get away? It does. Escapes with 9 health. Nice little win there for PlaydohMask. I would hate to wear a mask made out of Play-Doh, by the way. I don't think that would hold very well.
It would be very
it's good for your pores, kind of like maybe one of those...
I get sick.
Got a command center going down here from Play-Doh. Pretty confident he can get that nice easy expansion up. It's going to be a lot of aggression here for Groom with the starport already coming down as well. Looks like a Hellion drop.
Yeah, it could be the Hellbat drop. Haven't seen this in a long time. I think Hellion drop, Hellbat drops are so common when Heart of the Swarm first came out. People just didn't know how to stop them. And then since then, we haven't seen this in a while. Groom decides to drop down Scam. He does see the extra command center, so he knows that his opponent is not going to be too aggressive early on. And PlaydohMask actually gained some Hellions for himself.
Hellion versus Hellion. I don't know if that makes quite the defense here. We've got a... we actually have a siege tank coming in too, so this is going to be quite the drop. With what looks to be Banshees, we might even just see an old 1-1-1 style push.
Yep, siege tanks do not require the upgrade anymore. They automatically come in with the siege mode ability, so makes the push just a little bit stronger because you don't have to wait for that research to finish. And yeah, this looks very much like it could be a one base all in here.
They're gonna walk up here. Doesn't look like they see the tank here. You might actually even want to hide that if they do push up there.
Playdo getting ready to take his expansion and loading up the medvac. This could be interesting timing if Groom happens to be out of position with his units.
That one siege tank, though, is going to offer a lot of pressure for anything he tries to throw at him. All he's got to do is plant one of those things down behind that command center, and it's going to be really hard to get on.
The Banshee should see this medvac coming.
And
And it looks like...
Not coming back.
Yep, it looks like this could do a lot of damage. And the unit's forced to go back, so that's going to be even more time for Playdo to set up his defenses back at home while he does some harassment. The siege tank's starting to siege. I think it'll be able to chase it away. Also losing some significant mining time. And the one bunker in the back. Possibly going to get shut down here. This is me.
For a while. Oh, 2 Marines do get away.
I don't know how good of a position this puts Groom in, though, because Playdo's already operating off of his natural base there, and he can defend. Maybe he can defend this.
Well, this push should hit right before this +1 weapons finishes. That supply block is definitely going to help Groom out with the push. And the fact that he's already got a Viking up, he should be slightly ahead in the Viking count. So these Hellions are going to come in for another drop.
Oh, and there's one Viking that might shoot this one down.
Well, that's big.
That's like a +500 victory right there. 4 full Hellions.
We're now looking at the defense of a Widow Mine and just 8 Marines here and 1 Viking. This could actually do it for the push here if it's pulled off right.
That one Widow Mine's going to be key. If it shoots down that one Viking, that could be a big win for Playdo here.
How so?
Just because you want to keep the Viking count as high as possible when it comes. But there's no tanks here for PlaydohMask. He's really just using the
The Widow Mine. Oh, takes out 5 of the Marines.
He knows to scan now, though, and he's got that medevac.
He should actually be able to push up here now that that Widow Mine is down, but it doesn't look like he quite knows what's up the ramp.
Yeah, he might not have been paying attention. Someone's just pointing out there is no scans at home, so this Widow Mine's going to recharge. And taking down that Viking going to be good for Playdo here. Now he's got his own siege tanks.
Really going to cut into those Banshees, and Cloak did finish, but there is detection in both mineral lines here.
Looks like
this is going to go into mid-late game right here.
Yeah.
Because now Groom has the command center going over.
Looks like he's just going to try and turn this into a 2-base contain here with the siege tanks out front. So we'll see if Playdo tries to break this at any point.
Oh, and the Marines a little bit opposition for both players. It looks like Groom going to lose a lot of his army here. 1 tank is all that remains. And it's all said and done. Looking at the supply count, definitely in favor of Playdo here. Plus a 7
Groom
worker
actually
lead.
lost a little bit more on that push, something like 250 resources here. Playdo also with the 6 workers killed to just 1. So, quite the good position for him here going into this mid-game.
Well, looks like Groom trying to pick off a few workers here. Maybe we'll get about... That Banshee's got 9 kills.
Does fall from another scan here, but does burn the scan and takes down a missile turret before it goes.
So we're going to see some pretty standard stuff here. I think it will come down to upgrades and positioning of those units. Keeping the Viking counts high so that it increases the strength of your siege tanks and their visibility.
This speaking of upgrades, we are going to have a 1-1 advantage here for Play-Doh in a little bit with Combat Shield up. While it looks like Groom has not started one of those upgrades despite the engineering bay.
And you know, that's going to be really hard to defend against without enough mech.
Looks like Play-Doh's decided he wants to move out here after getting a little bit of an advantage, scans to see what he's going to be pushing into. 3 siege tanks and some marine here that's going to be kind of hard to put into, though. Play-Doh does have that Viking advantage that's going to... Groom actually throwing down the sensor tower that you don't see used very much, and is going to see this army move into position over in the corner.
Okay. Sensory tower, what, is a minor investment, but can be worth it.
And in this case, it definitely looks like it's worth it with these rockets. It's going to be a bit of a positioning battle back and forth. Sensor tower is definitely going to help with that.
Neither player... Oh, we do have a command center for Play-Doh, so... he's got the right idea while he's got his opponent kind of contained, moving back and forth. We should try and take an expansion. There's definitely a lot of saturation going on at that national.
Tanks are actually in range to kill the gas here, so it's a bit of a win for Play-Doh. That's a lot of Marines lost right there.
Yeah, looking at the unit count, they're even in Marine count and tank count. Right now it's just the Viking count that's a little bit different, and of course the works count. Losing that gas is going to really cut into Groom, so as you can see he's got so many minerals, but not as much gas.
Play-Doh is actually unsaturated as gases back home. It's just one gas in each is natural. So their gas count right now is actually pretty similar for income. So that third is coming up for Play-Doh. It's going to give them a huge advantage here without the third CC for Groom started yet.
Interesting choice. He has to take this. He took this expansion that's blocked off by the rocks. He's gonna have to go home and kill him. Probably could have sped things up if he had just taken the other expansion where there's gas transfer of SCPs.
The location might turn out a little bit better here with the tank force able to just cut the map in half by the gold bases.
One thing you won't see often either, these destructible rocks in the middle of the map can actually be thrown or collapsed, and it kind of cuts the path down a lot. But, I think most players forget about these rocks. Marines are at 1-1, tanks are at 0-0 for Play-Doh, and we have 1-0 for Groom here. Might want to invest in a second engineering bay if you can, but right now he's just going to need an expansion because he's going to get mined out as
We've got an attack up here at the ramp here. Marines are getting stuck on there, but Groom Marines launching that.
Oh, and the Marines from Play-Doh all falling, so now there's nothing but tanks, and this one Banshee can actually do a lot of damage. Groom might want to push out here. He's actually pretty ahead in the army lead. He might just not realize it.
Yeah, I don't think he knows quite what's at home because he's just chasing with a single Banshee here with Cloak on, which Cloak's going to run out right
Oh my god.
as Marines get up here. Oh, he does pull back there.
Could have sniped those two tanks just now.
Yeah.
Maybe he just had it on auto attack?
Lots of scans being used in this game.
Q2 is finishing right now for Play-Doh. So that'll give him another supply advantage. We'll always just be at 1-1 for Groom.
So that army supply lead that Groom had diminished quickly, and it's really just because of the economy of Play-Doh is that much stronger right now. Basically, Groom's mined out his main, so he's basically playing 2-base versus 3-base, Terran versus Terran, and it's a hard spot to put yourself in.
Yeah, that third base for Play-Doh already fully saturated. Starting 3-3 upgrades with mech upgrades for +2 attack. Gonna put him way ahead in the upgrade war here with another push-out coming. Groom is fairly well covered with the sensor tower, so if this pushes any farther up, he should see this. But his army is going to be struggling to defend that natural if that's where the push comes towards.
Well, Play-Doh trying to figure out where to engage here. He's going to reveal the entire army, and Groom is out of position, and he is going for the natural, so he decides to split his army in half. Marine's going for that planetary fortress. That's probably not the smartest idea here.
Those are going to get taken out, it looks like, but there is a portal that's off that natural. Checking away at it, the Marines are actually going to push straight up into the main.
And the Marines are kind of stuck here. They can't. The siege tanks are actually preventing them from running back away. They have to slowly single file out of there. Losing a ton of Marines here.
The Banshees actually do get taken out by the Marines though. Vikings trying to drop. And
Oh my god, those 3 Vikings just got wiped off.
And now the tanks. Oh, the tanks trying to engage in non-siege mode. And as you can see,
the reinforcements from Play-Doh coming in, going to go straight for that planetary fortress.
and just looks like there was too much on the remix for Play-Doh. His banking economy was just a little bit better.
Thanks, we're going to need siege up here. They are pretty low, and the Marines are all coming in. And the Marines able to take that out, low on health, but
Oh no, free tank.
And you got a ton of Marines coming and just streaming across the map. I think Play-Doh realizes how far he is ahead and should be able to put this one away pretty soon. All the SCVs are out of position, but Play-Doh doesn't realize it.
at this point there's nothing to stop the production and just walking straight on by that planetary fortress.
Oh.
I think the only thing that Play-Doh could wrong is if he throws away his units recklessly, but
Marines just going to town on those SCVs. Oh my god, it's like fine tower wars.
and now there's really just no economy left. This natural is going to get shot down. The third, once third, the Groom is gone. This is probably going to be the end for this game.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Groom. We have Play-Doh operating off of 2 bases that are fully saturated. He's got 1.
Could even take a
And the
third
base
base.
is missing.
Play-Doh not even bothering to take a fourth, but at the looks of it, just is gonna come up and end here shortly.
Yeah, at this point, all he's got to do is tech up.
These long distance mules might not make it. Will they be able to transfer the minerals in time? They do get
They're enough to make it back.
Making them work, and another free tank goes straight to Play-Doh. Bio is just going to carry 3 armies. Oh my god. The siege tanks at 202.
So well played by both opponents, and really came down to just the economy, I think, in this game. Both players played pretty well in the positioning battle, went back and forth a lot. There is the good game. So Google will take game one, go 1-0 on Team IBM.
I'm gonna use this time to stretch my hands.